we feel we are the children of God, we should walk boldly outside because the creator of heaven and earth is with us. We are saved by the blood of Jesus Christ. We have to be proud about who we are, but sometimes we hide inside the four walls due to our circumstances. We try to do something, it never happen. We think about future insecurity, fear. Oh, whatever I'm trying to do, it's not happening. It's only a shame. I cannot really make it happen. Everything I try doesn't work. It makes me to feel incompetent. It makes me to feel something is wrong with me. But I am the child of God. How much I have to be proud about who I am. I have to walk very bold to the outside and proclaim the glory of God. Sometimes in our life, we face circumstances which makes us to feel worried, fearful, unsecured, questioning about the future. God is always with us. The battle belongs to God. Joshua, when he was going to lead Israelites, so it was the same fear. Gideon, when he was trying to separate the grain, he was hiding inside the wine press. Generally, in his time, if they want to do, they want to separate the grain and the other things, they go open and they go to the open threshing floor, and there they do it. Whatever they plant, they come and take it like swarms. They eat everything. So he is afraid. They are very stronger people. They are surrounded. He is afraid. So what he is doing it, he is doing the same thing inside the wine press. The fear. Uh, if he goes outside, Midianites will see him. Maybe they attack him. They take all the grain. Then he will not have food. He will not have anything to sustain his life. It's not a famine in his life. God has blessed. It is growing every year on time, but they cannot enjoy what God has given to them. He was worried, he was fearful. So he was doing what he's supposed to do outside with the gladness. My God has blessed it. My God has given all these things I want to enjoy. But he was hiding inside the wine press, and he was doing his job inside the wine press. God called Gideon mighty warrior. Maybe in our life, sometimes we come across similar circumstances. Maybe we have potential, we have strength, we have anything to do, but whatever the attempts we have made, it's not successful. That pulls us down. That puts us into fear. What will happen if I take a next step? Even I do not know how my future would end up. God is calling you, mighty warrior. So when you are hiding inside your closed doors or inside your circumstance, you do not want to take any step with courage. You do not know whether you are able to do it or not, but God is calling, mighty warrior, I am with you. The spirit of God filled Gideon. Somewhere it was written in Hebrew, God clothed Gideon. That means the Spirit of God covered Gideon to make a next move in his life. When we are filled with fear, future insecurity, do not know what will happen, God is calling each and every one of us, mighty warrior, I'm with you. My spirit will cover you. I will go before you. Do not worry. When God is inviting us for a mission in our life, whatever it may be, maybe it's a adventure in everyone's life, maybe it's a different thing or different step you are afraid to take forward. God knows your heart. God is calling you, mighty warrior. Step up. I'm with you. God told Gideon, you go, I will go with you. So until the point, Gideon did not know because his clan, Manasseh, and his family line was very small. He was not armed person or he was not a warrior as God called him to go and fight. But now God, Spirit has covered Gideon. The first thing God told Gideon, you go and demolish, destroy all the idols. So that's what we need to learn from Gideon. When God is calling us for any mission in our life, first we need to consecrate ourselves. So we have to clean ourselves, take all the ungodly things out of our life, which is which will interfere God's purpose, God's mission in our life. When God is calling us, first God said, go and demolish all the idols. So he went and he destroyed all the idols. So all the ungodly things, whatever God did not like in us, we have to walk a path like Jesus Christ, how Jesus Christ would have lived in place of me, what he would have thought, how he would have reacted, whatever I supposed to do. So we have to take all the ungodly things out of our life so God can start using each and every one of us for his mission. So Gideon took out all these things. Now he is making a call, come, let's go and fight against our enemy. 32,000 people turned up. He never imagined. He thought it was a list of the clan. 32,000 people showed up. Come, let's go and fight. But on the other side, 135,000 Midianites, armed persons, they are ready to battle to crush this little crowd. And they are encamping surrounding the place where they want to go and fight. And they are going into the mountain and they are surrounded down. It's 1:5 ratio. But God did not consider the strength around you because God says, I will come with you. My spirit covers you. So you know that I will fight for you. You don't have to worry. Mighty warrior, trust me, I will be with you. Who will come to fight along with me? 32,000 turned up. Now he's telling it. If you are afraid, if you are worried, you can leave. 22,000 people left. Now only 10,000. So he did not want to go for fulfilling God's mission with the fear. Once God speaks to you, you go, I will be with you, my spirit will cover you. We have to take our step of faith in God. If you are afraid, fearful, please, you can walk away. And all those who are afraid, They were afraid about the enemy. They went down, and 10,000 were remaining. And still God told, it is me who delivers your enemy. Get rid of everyone. Finally, 300 men, they were ready for battle. Now God was telling it, now go in a way how I tell you. Take a torch and a clay pot and the trumpet. Just go until you hear my voice. Until I say you go, until that, just wait. So in our life, when God speaks to us, when we do some mission, what God is calling us to do, maybe it is something different in our job, maybe something different in our day-to-day life, maybe something into our lifestyle. When God is asking us to do, when we are afraid to do, hear the voice of God. When you hear the voice of God, just move. When you hear shout, then you break the pots, lift up your torches, blow your trumpet. God will give the victory. When God calls us to do something in our life, let's get rid of the fear. Let's get rid of the surroundings with the fear, because the fear will make other people to fear more. Even the person who is facing the battlefield, he is courageous. But if he is surrounded with fearful people, they make everyone to afraid. 300 people, just just break your clays and lift your torch, blow your trumpet. So that's why I used to say worship God, because many times it's difficult for us to go to God and pray when we are facing enemy, when we are facing challenges, when we are facing a depression. We need to learn to worship God, because we cannot go to the presence of God and surrender ourselves, because the failure will stop us to go to the presence of God. But if you learn to worship God, whatever you do, your heart will start praising God. God can give a victory when you worship God. When you praise God, He will bring victory in your life. When they started blowing the trumpet, the Midianites, 135,000, they thought a bigger army than our army have come to attack us, because they just broken all the clay pots, lifted the torch. They got afraid. In a fear, they started killing each other. Gideon took this decision. If you are afraid, you just walk away. And the same Midianites, they all got killed by one another in fear. They thought a bigger army came to attack us, and God gave a victory. God gave a victory to Gideon. So when God calling us for a mission in our life, first we need to consecrate ourselves. When God fills us with His Spirit, take away all ungodly things and get rid of all fear in our life, get rid of all the surroundings which makes us fearful, and then take a step of faith, because God is telling us, I will cover you with my spirit. I will go before you. You don't have to worry. You don't have to rely on a strength which you are having it. You don't have to rely on people who are surrounding you. I will go with you. Same way, Joshua, when he was crossing the Jericho, they came until the point, now they are seeing a big Jericho wall. They do not know what to do. It's a bigger wall. They don't have any instrument to break the big wall. Even if they have such bigger instrument or heavy weapons, they cannot break such bigger wall. So Joshua now is he is in fear. Lord, till the point you have been with us. Now, what we will do? The manna got stopped. Until the point they were crossing the wilderness, God provided manna and the birds to eat. Now, when they are approaching Jericho, the manna got stopped. It is creating a fear. So these people were threatening even Moses when they did not get water, when they did not get meat to eat. Now they don't know where to go. Only thing remains is a big Jericho wall. So in our life, sometimes we think what we have trusted would stop, then the fear comes into our life. What am I going to do? All that I trust is only this source, and this source has stopped. Now there is no way ahead to move forward. So God is telling us, I will go with you. My spirit will cover you. You don't have to worry. The same thing what God told Gideon, the same way God told Joshua, don't be afraid. Just walk around the wall. Until I say, shout, you praise, I will give victory into your hand. Only thing we need to listen to the voice of God. We need to consecrate ourselves. We need to get rid of the fear before us. Whatever the mission God is calling us, whatever the mission God is taking us through our life, the fear will stop us. The insecurity of future will stop us. God told the same thing to Joshua. Consecrate yourself. Consecrate the people. Now, Joshua was left with the people who are only youngsters. This is the time God raised young leaders. All those elders who were strong men who can fight the battle are all died. Now only the young men of Israel, those who are not consecrated. God told Joshua, don't be afraid, consecrate all the people of Israel's, all the men. Then he is circumcising all the young men. And now God telling Joshua, go and walk around the Jericho wall. Don't be afraid. I will go before you. You don't have to worry. It's not your battle. It is I who do the battle. I will go with you. My spirit will cover upon you. They just go politely. And Joshua told people, do not make any noise. Do not make any war cry. Do not make any trumpet blowing until I say. So that's why we need to know what God is telling in our life. When God is telling us to go, then we should be prepared. We should be consecrated ourselves, taking away all the ungodly things in our life and be prepared for a mission, what God is calling us in our life. So 7 days, they followed the same approach. Nothing has changed. On the seventh day, he kept saying, don't make any war cry, don't make any noise. A seventh day, the priests, 7 priests, they were carrying the tabernacle, and God telling him, when he says, blow the trumpet and shout, I will give the Jericho wall in your hand. So when they finished the seventh round, when they are started blowing the trumpet, they started shouting. God broken down the Jericho walls. That's what God is telling us today. When God calling you to do something in your life, each and everyone will have a different path, different mission in our life, a different lifestyle, and different things to do. Whatever it is, God is telling us today, I will go before you. Do not be afraid. Consecrate yourself. Clean yourself. Live like Jesus Christ. Follow his path. Whatever things which God do not like in you, take it outside, take it away from your life, clean yourself, so God can start His mission in your life. You cannot even imagine in your whole lifetime, you would not even think about it. But when God calls you to do something, surrender to God and give yourselves to God, take away all ungodliness from you, then listen to God. When He is telling you, go, shout, just follow His path. He will bring a victory.